It says I'm live. I guess I'm live. Good to know. Good to know that YouTube knows I'm alive and well. I do these streams live. I don't know if anybody will show up for them live because I just now I don't advertise in advance. Just said I'm coming on, and here I go. Let's see if I show them more of the collection over there, part of the collection. And I've got collection all over the place. This room has most of what I watch a lot, and then the other room has things that my kids might like. Some of the Disney stuff, some of the Marvel stuff, things that my wife might like. So the Pink live concerts and some country music concerts that she likes, and then some movies like she likes, like Pretty Woman, Gone with the Wind, things like that are all in the other room. Yeah, they are all in the other room. The Friends collection, which is a complete series. So 2 movies today that I'm going to show. And if anybody shows up during the live stream, I don't really know how to figure that out. So I will get better. But for right now, I'm assuming that this will be taped live and then just go out to people who see it later. Because I think it also goes out on my channel. At least that's my understanding. We got 2 films. So let's start with this one right here. This is David Lynch's Blue Velvet, director's cut, director approved, and a movie I've seen, not lately. It is, like a lot of David Lynch films, one that you have to kind of just experience. The basic plot, I guess we'll say, is a young man comes home from college, finds a severed ear in a field, as I recall, and then, it's been a while since I saw it, and then his natural inquisitiveness, his need to figure out whose ear it is and where it came from and why is it here and who cut it off, and drives him to meet a lot of different people, a lot of different situations. He meets and that's the character that's played. That's Jeffrey Beaumont, which is Kyle MacLachlan. You know him from, of course, Twin Peaks and some other things. But this was where he started out, I think, with David Lynch. And a great role for him. So he's part of the sleuth, and the other one is Laura Dern. And they kind of meet up, both kind of looking into this thing. Isabella Rossellini, they meet also. She's, let's call her a singer, performer. And they meet her. And then eventually they meet her deranged, psychopathic boyfriend, keeper, Dennis Hopper, and they get more and more involved as things go on within the lives and the town and what's going on. It's a small town, but yet has a small town that has sort of a Vegas-y feel to it, to me, at least parts of it do. It's hard to read some of this. The lighting looks fine on here, but on my end, not so good. Let's see here. New 4K digital restoration with 5.1 surround sound. It's got a DTS HD master audio soundtrack, which is cool, always. Let's see. Oh, both of those were supervised. Both the digital restoration and the 5.1 sound were both supervised by David Lynch, which is good to know. It has an alternate original 2.0 surround soundtrack if you want something a little bit simpler, something a little bit more out of just 2 speakers. I have 5.1, so I like the 5.1. The lost footage, which is a 53-minute of deleted scenes, also assembled by Lynch. Blue Velvet Revisited, which is a feature-length meditation on the making of the movie. And what else is on here? Mysteries of Love, a 70-minute documentary from 2002 on the making of the film. An interview from 2017 with composer Angelo, how about Badalamenti? It's a Strange World, the filming of Blue Velvet, a 2019 documentary featuring interviews and with crew members and visits to the various shooting locations. And then Lynch reading from Room to Dream, a 2018 book he co-authored with Christine McKenna, plus excerpts by McKenna from Room to Dream. This is a 1986 film, 120 minutes in color, 5.1 surround sound, 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio. It is a classic film of the modern age, I believe. It's, it hit me as everything David Lynch does is very atmospheric, very odd. The people are odd, yet not unbelievably so. But they're odd. They're out there. They're extreme. They're ones that you don't normally meet because you don't travel in those circles. You travel in regular circles. You don't meet these extreme people, yet they're out there. They're realistic. They're just extreme in many ways. At least some of the characters. So let me show you the inside here. I did open this up. This is an unboxing. I did open it up earlier today. It did arrive today. Don't remember what that means. I'm assuming that's Isabella Rossellini's apartment. It could be. I don't remember this at all. So I'm sure I should, but I just don't. I look forward to seeing it. It's been 10 years since I've seen it, something like that. Pop the disc out. The disc matches the cover on this is very nice. Very deep blue, indigo blue. Very pretty. And inside, I do remember this from the movie. There you go. I'm not going to spoil much of it, so I remember what that's about, but you'll figure that out when you buy it and when you look through it. This takes place in Lumberton. There's the sign welcoming you. I'm not going to show you every page in this. There's a cast and credits page. There are, as always, there's different writings. This will give you an idea of film. This looks grainy because of the page, but this is going to look pristine. I know in the transfer. I haven't looked at it yet. There's the year. There's psychopathic Dennis Hopper, rest his soul. So I'm going to show everything. A lot of it's writing. I'm showing you a few of the pictures that are in it. Ones that I think jump off the page a little bit. Very young, Kyle MacLanahan. Okay. Pretty good booklet. And it is a true booklet. It's not the other type, the leaflet, as I would call it. But both have their place. In fact, the next disc I'm going to show you has a leaflet, and it actually kind of works well in there for some reason. Okay, that's that. I highly recommend Blue Velvet. I highly recommend anything by David Lynch, whether it be Elephant Man, which he kind of came into, or the things that he's written, like Blue Velvet. And Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead. Yeah, recommend all those. But know that when you're getting David Lynch, it's like getting something from Cronenberg. It's going to be off. It's going to be different. And for that, I appreciate it. It kind of sucks me in. I want to see what's going to happen next. And it's the kind of movie that I can watch over and over again. Like I said, it's been 10 years since I've seen this, probably. Something like that. Yeah, I bet you it's been 10 years. And I can't wait to watch it again because I really don't remember a lot about it other than some of the big events. But then there's a lot of things that I can't recall, and I want to see it again. Same with this movie, actually. This is a different movie. This is an Albert Brooks film. I have two by him now, and like both of them quite a bit. This is Defending Your Life. The idea that when you die, you go to a place called Judgment City. And in Judgment City, you get to enjoy yourself. But Judgment City is kind of a way station because ultimately what you want to do is go on to heaven, which probably makes Judgment City look like Chicago or Detroit. Detroit or Baltimore, I don't know, pick a city, versus heaven, which, of course, we don't see in the movie, but must be magnificent, must be something totally beyond. So, Albert Brooks is in Judgment City, along with Meryl Streep, the great Meryl Streep, and I think the great Albert Brooks. By the way, this is 1991, 111 minutes in color, 2.0 surround sound, and a 1.85 to 1 aspect ratio. Yeah, so Albert Brooks is kind of like an everyman. He, when he dies, he has to defend his life, hence the title. Because if you want to move on to heaven and not kind of have to go again, so to speak, go through it all over again, you have to prove that you lived a good life, that you've learned, and you can move on to heaven, that you're worthy of heaven. How is that done? Well, it's these are otherworldly places. Judgment City is like no other place. So they actually have, let's call them movie segments of your life. And it's everything that you don't want everybody to see. It's the things you did behind doors or out on the town or out of town somewhere else. It's the things you did to people when you were in high school, when you were cruel to them. It's things you said and did that you're not proud of. And it's things that you said and did that you are proud of. But it's a mix. They're going to show you there's a prosecutor, like a trial, and there's a defense, and you get a defense lawyer. Lucky you. In Albert Brooks' case, he gets Rip Torn, who I love as an actor. Rip Torn is just fantastic. And he's great in this movie, as is Meryl Streep, as is Albert Brooks. They're all good. And so there's a jury of sorts. It's more of a tribunal. And then they show films. And then the prosecution will say, what an idiot he was. He can't go on to heaven. The defense is going to say, well, now, let's take a look at this, from a different standpoint. So I love this movie, as you could probably tell. And I remember this one fairly well, but it's probably one I'm going to watch soon. It's hard for me to read these let's see with the lighting. There's a new 4K digital restoration approved by director Albert Brooks. This is the approved version there. Let's see what else. A 2.0 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack. New conversation between Brooks and filmmaker Robert Weed. A new interview with theologian and critic Donna Bowman about Brooks's vision of the afterlife. A new program featuring excerpts from interviews conducted in 1991 with Brooks and actors Lee Grant, one of the tribunal, and Rip Torn. A trailer, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, and an essay by filmmaker Ari Aster. And then let me show you the inside real quick. There's a bunch of numbers here. I'm not sure what the numbers are. If you can make those out in the background there. Probably not. They're very light. So defending your life. And then here's the guide. Welcome to Judgment City. That's what it looks like. It looks like, California someplace or something, right? Or Chicago or Los Angeles or someplace. There's a bus that can take you around. You don't have your own car, of course, but you don't need to, because wherever you want to go, you can get there. Then here, it kind of works as a brochure, I thought. Here's your cast and your credits and some advertisements for different places that are found in Judgment City, which I thought was really clever. Here's Welcome to Judgment City, a little bit of a blurb about Judgment City. I'm not going to read it, but it's clever. And inside, you've got he's such an everyman. There he is watching some of his life on the screen, and I'm sure not being super impressed by it. Let's see what else. And I'm not going to share everything, but it's got some interesting little side pieces, and then it's got the one big essay on the other side. So I think a nice little brochure. Brochure probably appropriate for Judgment City. I'll even pop this one in tonight. I can't recommend this one enough. It's probably one that's underrated within the collection because it is, I mean, it's not Citizen Kane, but it's really good, really good. I like this one a lot. If you like comedy, well, this is a comedy. If you like comedy, if you like, let's call this a romantic comedy, I think that's probably the best bet because there is a romance between these two, as you can probably tell from this picture. And it's believable. Streep is great. She's great in everything she does, but she's great in this. And they review part of her life too. So anyway, that's Blue Velvet. There's two people watching. Oh, thank you for watching. I just saw that there's two here. David Lynch's Blue Velvet and Defending Your Life by Albert Brooks. Now, are there comments? Let me see. Oh, there was two. No, there's one. I'm sorry, I'm new at this. I don't think, unless there's a comment, I don't think I can really see anything. Live chat. Yeah. I don't think there's any chat messages, but that's okay. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, appreciate you subscribing. I used to have quite a few subscribers, and I still do, but I don't think a lot of them are tuning in because I don't think they realize that I don't have the bell on. And it's been years, like 2, since I broadcasted regularly, but I'm starting to do that again. I had some life stuff in the way, but I'm doing it again and enjoying it and buying stuff, and I have, you know, shelves and shelves and shelves to things. Sorry for those boxes there. I just move some things around so you can't see the whole thing, but a lot of that's Criterion. The last 4 shelves down are all Criterion. I should probably move them up again to the top. I had them at the top, moved to the bottom, but that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, especially comment. I like to get comments so I can respond and get to know people and things. Okay, thanks. Dean of DVD saying take care. Till the next time. And how do I stop this? Here we go. Thanks, guys.